Hello. You know what we're going to do today? We're going to make some handmade fresh egg pasta because nothing beats fresh homemade pasta. And all you need is flour and fresh eggs. And if you're rolling it out by hand, as we're going to do it today, I suggest to use all-purpose flour, which makes a softer dough, while semolina makes a harder dough, which is fine if rolled with a rolling machine dough, okay? Now, this recipe is the best thing ever, and you can use it actually to make any style of pasta you like. Fettuccine, which are noodles, or maltagliati, ravioli, lasagna. Well, let's start out, and you'll find that it's easier than you think. The basic rule is 1 large egg and 100 grams of flour per person. So here we go. First of all, sift the flour onto a clean working surface and make a deep well in the center. Now crack the eggs into a bowl and pour them into the well. This is because I don't like cracking them directly into the well, just in case, a little piece of shell could fall into it. Now whisk the eggs gently with a fork, and we don't want to incorporate any air in it, okay? And slowly add in the flour from the sides of the well into the beaten eggs. I've watched my grandmother, mother, and aunts make pasta since I was a child, and from time to time they would add a secret ingredient at this step, to give a boost to the recipe. It could be maybe 2 teaspoons of white wine or 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a little pinch of salt, or a handful of boiled and chopped spinach for a greenish dough, or even beetroot, puree that turns the pasta in a beautiful red shade. Anyway, this is up to you, and you can start, experimenting when you feel comfortable with the basic recipe. When the mixture becomes too thick to mix with a fork, start kneading it with your hands. It may seem very firm at this stage, but just keep stretching and folding with force, and you'll feel it become more elastic as you knead. Keep some extra flour or semolina on the working surface and dust it on the dough every now and then to keep it from sticking to your hands and to the surface, okay? Keep kneading the dough for about 10 minutes until it's smooth and soft, and it should spring back when you poke it. Then cover it with a bowl or wrap it in plastic and let it rest for at least 30 minutes at room temperature. It's time to start rolling and forming shapes. First of all, divide the dough into 2 or more pieces, and while you're rolling out one piece, keep all the others wrapped or covered with a bowl to prevent them from drying, okay? Today, we'll roll out the dough with a rolling pin, but you can also use a rolling machine. First of all, dust some flour on the surface of the board, flatten the dough with your hands, and dust some flour on both sides. Use a rolling pin to roll out the dough, and turn the dough around after each roll. Keep rolling and stretching the dough on the rolling pin with an even pressure, and keep turning it around. You want to achieve the same thickness all over the round sheet, and remember that the thickness of the sheet depends on the shape of pasta you want to make. When your sheet of pasta is ready to go, sprinkle it with flour and fold it from the top to the center and from the bottom to the center. You have to form a flat cylinder. Then, starting on the short side of the cylinder, cut it crosswise with a knife to create your desired width of noodles. Form little nets with the cut pasta and lay them on a floured surface. Let them dry for about 30 minutes. Cook your pasta for about a minute and a half in boiling salted water. And remember that fresh pasta cooks much faster than dried pasta, so keep an eye on it while it's boiling because you'll want your pasta to be al dente.